Hello everyone, it's me Toasthatter, and today I've got a special little video, some gameplay, more gameplay. But at the start of this video, I thought I'd provide a little bit of an in-depth explanation on some of Doodle's moves and what they do and that kind of stuff, because we haven't really gone into too depth with them. We've just mentioned he has charge motions and super and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I wanted to cover those. But if you want to skip this, you can skip it by clicking on the timestamps in the description or using the little time bar thing that I did, the chapters thing, I think it's called. I can't remember. But yeah, if you want to skip my rambling, just do that. But if you want to see some of what he can do and what I mean by charge and all that kind of stuff, feel free to stick around. So first things first, as you can obviously tell, Doodle's a very different sort of character from the rest, both in terms of visuals and in terms of gameplay. Like, he breaks quite a few rules, mainly in the charge mechanic department, but a smaller thing is that he has no jump cancel moves, and if you're not entirely sure what those are, some characters, in fact most characters, I think like Shoto and Doodle are the only ones who don't have simple jump cancels. Most characters have like a move which they can just jump out of when it hits. So in Robobone's case, hits down heavy, being this. On whiff, I can't do anything, but on hit, I can jump out of it and get an air combo afterwards, like so. Doodle, on the other hand, he can't. I am pressing up right now. I can't jump out of it. That's because he's got very... We wanted to make him more like defensive based, even though he can still be quite offensive if you want him to be. And because of that, we're like, okay, so make him not jump cancels. Plus, this is a very powerful move. It's a little stronger than most down heavies. So you can see here, 16. And Robobone's like a pretty average one, so 12. So yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's a very good anti-air. But yeah. And on top of that, his standing heavy is just as weird. It's just an uppercut. It is basically an anti-air in of on it. It's an anti-air in of itself. Meanwhile, every other character will just stand still and do a powerful attack. Doodle just flings himself up into the air because he just can. But yeah, so some of Doodle's specials. He has his air special is pretty useful. He creates this little puddle of fire which he can use to get a charge if he wants to, but I'll cover the charges after that. So like, yeah, I'll probably explain what a charge is in a minute. Yeah, it's pretty useful for trapping the opponent and that kind of stuff. Once again, defensive stuff. Use it as a way to keep the opponent away and force him to jump or something like that. So yeah. His other specials are not super useful in like combos or anything, they're more just utility. So his down special is, he just does this, but where it becomes useful is when he gets hits. Oops, oh, I should time that better. It's a counter, so he'll automatically retaliate with an attack of his own, and you can combo off of it. Oops, if I time it well, I really didn't. But yeah, so if you're charging down or something, you wanted to bail, you can just go straight into a counter. And his back special is similar, but instead of being a hit counter, it is a projectile reflector. So if I get Robobone to throw his skull, I reflect it back at him, which will hurt him, and same with his axe, hurt him, and so on. Yeah. So, charge motions, this is like the biggest thing about Doodle. The other things, they're different. They're different from other characters, but they're not like the main thing. So, his charge motions are his big thing. So if you're not entirely sure what a charge motion is, don't worry, I'll quickly explain it. So, in some fighting games, characters have the ability to like hold the direction for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then press the other direction for an attack. So in this case, I'm going to hold back 2 seconds. So 1, 2, and then fire. And it fired a projectile. And yeah, pretty powerful one of that. It does quite a bit of damage, so that's why it's got the charge behind it. If you don't do the charge and just press special, you get this really weak, barely useful projectile. So you want to be charging it. And if you want to, you can make it slow by holding the button like that. You can make it fast, and that can mix your opponent up. Or you can angle it upwards and even downwards if you really want to, although they're not super useful, but I can imagine it being maybe something combo related that could get out of it. But yeah, and the same applies to his down charge, which you just hold down and then press up, and you'll get this haymaker, like so. Yeah, pretty cool. And this is a pretty powerful move as well. It's like probably the most powerful special in the game. Because of that, it's kind of hard to use in combos and stuff, but it's a very good anti-air if you want to use it, because he becomes invincible, I think, from air attacks and stuff like that. So if you're worried about charge motions and that kind of stuff, but you still want to try Doodle out, don't worry. His super install, called Ultimate Doodle, will give you a slight damage buff, but it will also make it so that you get all charge motions for free. Basically, you don't have to charge, you just get them for free. One button, like everyone else in the game. And because of that, you can get, it's pretty powerful, really. Pretty powerful. I feel like the strongest thing you could do is just launch 3 fireballs. It will end after doing 3 fireballs or 2 haymakers, but you can, just so that you can't spam them, basically. So yeah, so that's that. Doodles, yeah, so slight damage buff, not to worry about charge motion and stuff like that. Doodle's other super is something you all probably have seen, but I'll just show it again just in case. It is Meter Burner, in which you will use 50% of your meters to activate. You can hold the button to spend the rest, and it will make the attack more powerful. So I'll just show you the full-on version. Actually, I'll show you the half version. So that's the simple version. And then he's like, I'm gonna hold down the button the entire time. It's gonna use all the meter. And that does a lot of damage, but it does require you just burn all of your meter. Hence the name Meter Burner. So yeah, that's that, and I guess I'll just quickly show off his reversals. So his OTG one, pretty simple. It's basically like a flash kick, where he just spins upwards. It's this move, but it's just he flings himself upwards instead. And his blocking reversal is the same animation as his counter, because why not, you know? But anyway, yeah, that's all of Doodle's moves and his oddities. It's taken a while, so hope you enjoy the actual matches now. Thanks for watching.